Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to our Sunday night, the Force Nation team call. Tonight is Sunday, June 11th, 2017. And we have some information to share tonight. Rebecca's got some stuff. Mama D's got some stuff. She just wants to go through with the comp plan. And so let's get right into it, guys, okay? Rebecca, you are on. Let us know what you got.
All right, so I am going to kind of go over, this is for summit goers, and I just want to kind of go over like quite a bit of things here, but I've got a nice little list here, so hopefully it won't take too long. I want you guys to write down as much as you can, and then some of this stuff I will also upload as a PDF file so you can print it out for checklists or whatnot. And then if you have any questions that I don't cover, be sure to write it down and ask me when I'm done. And if Nicole or Dee or Dave come up with anything that I did not cover that you want to add, make sure you do that too. Okay, so first of all, first and foremost, save all of your receipts. Save every receipt for anything that you do for Summit, because you can write it off your taxes for 2017. So that includes your lodging, your travel expenses, your food, your core purchases. Those are all tax deductible. If you buy anything at the core for coach gifts or customer gifts, that too is tax deductible. Those would be more considered gifts, so you can only write off like $25 of it. But anything that you wear that has Insanity or Beachbody or Shift Shop or anything on it, that's considered advertising. So those clothes you can write off. Most other clothes you cannot write off. We're not going into a whole tax thing. But I do want you to save all your receipts for everything you do for Summit, okay? And you'll thank me later when you go to do your taxes. All right. So when you get to Summit, I know a lot of you are going to be doing the Core de Force training, so that I am not doing, and I have not done a training like that at Summit, so I can't really speak for that. But as far as the whole Summit experience itself goes, we will check in. The check-in this year is in the convention center. This is the first time Beachbody has been in New Orleans. So some of the stuff is going to be new for all of us. Oh, this is going to be my 7th summit. I just figured out. This is like the 7th, and this is the 4th city that I've gone to for Summit. So, and I told you guys before that when I first signed up as a coach and I didn't go to that summit, I swore I was never going to miss another summit unless, it would be a life or death matter. So, all right. Check-ins at the convention center. Based on how they've done it the last few years, your check-in area will be according to your current rank. You'll go to that room or line and get your packet of stuff. That will include wristbands and a lanyard and anything for your workouts and any special, invites to parties or to special workouts or any of that stuff. You'll get wristbands, and like anybody who rank advanced will get within the last 12 months, will get even like a medal that they get to wear. So all sorts of fancy stuff that you will get there. That's what you're going to do sometime after you get there, before we start with any general sessions or anything like that. If there's any problems with your packet, there is a fix-it station you will go to. Check-in starts July 12th. At 10 a.m. and it will be open throughout the whole time we're at Summit. So if you come, like I'm going to come on the 12th is my plan right now. So, but it won't be until the afternoon, where a lot of you guys are coming on the 11th. It won't be open on the 11th, but we can all go in on Thursday to Wednesday to pick it up. So the general sessions this year in the Superdome, which is cool because it's inside. And there are basically 4 of them. The opening session, general session, will be Thursday night at 8 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. and the doors open at 6:30 p.m. General sessions 2 and 3 on Friday and Saturday will both start at 9:30 and will go till noon. That is when they will have like Brendan Burchard and Darren Hardy and Melanie Mitro and Shalene Johnson, and that's also where, well, they were. They kind of change it a little bit so often if they have any big announcements, like any surprise new programs or products coming out. Sometimes they do that in opening session. Sometimes they do it like during general session. I would anticipate that stuff like that will probably come out on opening session. But and then celebration will be Saturday night at 8:30 p.m. and the doors open at 7 p.m. for that. So last year, celebration and opening ceremony were outside, and it was hot, and then it started to rain on us, and it was all sorts of interesting things. All right, the workshops. The workshops we already signed up for. We're all in Hall D, I hope so, right? That's what we signed up for, Hall D. So hopefully we're all going to be together in this group. And if you did not sign up for Hall D and you want to, then you can hopefully trade with somebody if you can find somebody to trade with. Otherwise, I know Taryn and a lot of them are going to be, I think, in Hall C. So, you know, if you're in a different one, you could probably find somebody to hang out with. For the workouts, the Super Trainer workouts, they will be inside. They will be in one of those different halls. You will find out which one it is when you either look on the app or you get your band or whatever. If you signed up for it, you will have a spot, and I anticipate that there should be plenty of room for everyone. I wrote this out so I can make sure I cover it all. In the past couple of years or so, they put the stage in the middle of the room, and the trainer will end up facing all 4 directions based on, you know, where in the past they would have it like at the front of the room, and everybody would stampede and like trample on each other and stuff. We don't want that. So there's going to be plenty of room, and plus there'll be big screens in there as well. If you have a burning desire to be right up front, you will need to go extra early. In the past couple years or so, they don't let you really start lining up too early, because in the past people would like sleep outside the room. Seriously, I'm like, there's just no way. They would like go there like at 2 o'clock in the morning and sleep outside. So I think they've kind of nixed that a little bit. And I also know that if, at least those of us that are going to the Shaun T one, he will yell at you for having your phone out when you're supposed to be working out. So just keep that in mind as well. Super workout. This one is going to be outside. And the way I'm understanding it, it will be similar to the way it has been in the past. It will, like in Nashville, and will be on the street outside the Superdome, I think. Anyway, we'll figure that out when we get there. Because they have the street name, but I just don't know where it's at for sure. But it's somewhere by the convention center or the Superdome. We will leave super early for this workout. It starts at 6 a.m. So we probably will want to leave by 4:30 or so, unless, you know, you really don't care if you get very close. Because like in Nashville, it went down, what, 6, 7, 8, 10, 12 blocks? I can't even remember how far back it went. And we got there early enough that we got fairly close. We weren't right up front, but we got fairly close. So it was kind of cool to be at least that close. The stage will be at one end of the street, and there will be screens all the way back. So even if we do get too far back, we will still be able to see the workout just fine. We just won't see them right up front on the stage. Let's see. I would say bring a beach towel or a mat to have your own personal space. But just keep in mind that the street may be hot and dirty, so you might not want to bring your most favorite beach towel or mat if you bring any of that stuff. They will also have water stations and porta potties, so you won't get too dehydrated. And if you have to go to the bathroom, you will be able to do that. I put this note down, and this is up to your own discretion, but we may or may not really have enough time to all go back to the house and get showered and cleaned up, and then get back to the convention center in time for general session. So you might want to consider some, you know, what Denise call them, like tramp wipes or whatever. I can't remember what you call them. But bring some wipes, dry shampoo, deodorant, change of clothes, whatnot to the super workouts or the other workouts with the trainers. You know, it's up to you. If you want to try to get back to the house and then get back, fine. But I don't know. Sometimes it might just be easier just to go in the bathroom, do a little hooker bath, and get it all taken care of that way. So that's just me. All right, the core. This is what everybody loves. This is the core. You get to go shopping, especially Nicole. She loves the core. the core. Okay, so it is card only, debit card or credit card. They will not take cash. Okay, so make sure you have that. You know, if you're bringing your debit card, you have plenty of money in there to buy whatever you want, or a credit card. They will not take cash. The prices are a little bit cheaper than if you bought it online. Plus, they will be releasing new stuff that is not online. They will likely have the Shift Shop DVDs and merchandise in there, since that is coming right out, plus any other program or product merchandise that you'd want to get some, like, you know, Dave's Insanity t-shirt. You might be able to find that in there. They do have a clearance area. I put here, it's not for the faint of heart. So if you do not really get excited about chicks pushing and shoving and getting in your way and hordes of them going, you know, then maybe you don't really want to go to the clearance area. But if that doesn't bother you, then by all means. I went with Nicole, and she went in there, and then I was like sat over on the floor somewhere because I'm like, I'm not even going in there. Again, anything that has a program, Shakeology, Beachbody, whatever, it's all tax deductible. And I just wanted to reiterate that again. If there's any new supplements or products announced, they will be available in there too. They didn't really do much of that last year, but maybe they will this year. I don't know. Those are some of the surprises. The first day that it is open to the public, well, to us, the coaches, and not special invites, it will be a long line. I wouldn't necessarily recommend wasting time in that line. There's more than enough stuff to choose from, even if you go later in the day or the next day. That's up to you. But I have seen people stand in line for like 2 or 3 hours. And again, there's no stuff that I personally would be willing to stand in line for that long for. If that's not you guys and you want to stand in line, go ahead. But I just want to make sure that you understand that. But then, like, the next day you can go in. You might be in line for 10 minutes or 15 minutes, but
it's not worth it. There's plenty of time to get stuff when you're there. It's not worth it.
I don't really want people wasting their summit time standing in line to go shop unless, like, you know. They do not allow any of the bags in there, like your backpacks or anything, but they will have a bag check. So you can check your bags, go in shop, and then go back and pick up your bag. So I guess that means you'll have to take your card with you, your wallet with you. All right, the Superdome. Here's some notes that I saw about that. So things that you cannot bring into the Superdome. You can't bring any weapons of any sort. So leave all your weapons at home. You can't take any food. So they will be checking your bags, so just make sure you don't bring any food or anything. I mean, there's a will, there's a way. You can probably smuggle something in if you really think you need a little bar or whatever, but basically you can't bring any food in. And no beverages can be brought in, but you can take in an empty water bottle and fill it up when you get in there. They will be checking the bags, so just keep that in mind. Let's see, this is food. This is, at least some of this is for the house people. We will be making our lunches to take with us, and also eat breakfast or take it on the go at the house, from the house. There will also be some food trucks outside during the lunch break. So if you want something else, you have food trucks. And this is for Nicole. Do you guys have anything specific planned for food for the hotel people?
No, we haven't even talked about it.
Okay, so I just wanted to check in with you, but I mean, you guys can always come over to the house and store food stuff there too. So if you want, I mean, anything that you want to do to make it easier for you guys. And I keep thinking of things that I need to put on the list for people to bring, and I just remember, like, maybe a lunch bag. All right, clothing. Wear comfy clothes. Don't go out spending a fortune on new stuff for Summit. Being there is the biggest thing. You don't need to go into debt or spend a bunch of money you can't really afford to spend to buy all these cute clothes and everything. Just come. Don't worry about that. It's going to be hot anyway. So you don't need to spend a bunch of money on new clothes to come to Summit. If you are invited to a party, you may want to dress up, but it's not required. And same thing with celebration. You might want to dress up for celebration, but again, you don't have to do that. And at least, again, celebration is inside this year, so we won't be sweating to death. Wear comfy shoes. You're going to hear comfy a lot. It's like 1.5 miles between the convention center and the Superdome. The general sessions are in the morning, then we have lunch, and then we go to the convention center for our workshops afterwards. And as long as it's, not storming or anything, I mean, 1.5 miles is not that far, but after a while when you're getting tired, that could kind of start adding up. So, like I said, it goes without saying, but New Orleans in July is hot and it's humid. So be mentally prepared for hot and humid temperatures. It's going to be probably low to mid 90s. And I think it's pretty much close to 100% humidity down there, which is kind of almost the way it is here in Des Moines right now. But anyway, all right, so here are some things that you might want to pack that you might not think about packing. And I will make a PDF of this so you guys can use it as a checklist. All right, there's a lot of things on here, so I'm just going to kind of read down it real quick. And again, I'll make a PDF so you guys can have that too. So like a portable cell phone charger, a backpack, notebooks and pens, a water bottle that you can fill up. You might want to bring a coffee travel mug because we'll be making coffee at the house. A mat or a beach towel for the super workout. If you get extra sweaty, a sweat towel. Various snacks. We will also be going to the store and buying some of this stuff. So if you don't want to pack that, you can buy that when we get to the store. Some sort of a sweater or a sweatshirt for the workshops because sometimes they get chilly in there. Cash for the Shakeology bar if you want to spend time at the Shakeology bar or the food trucks or anything like that. But credit card for the core. Comfy shoes. You might want like some flowy kinds of dresses or shorts or other loose clothing again since it's going to be hot. Nicer outfit if you want to dress up for celebration or any parties. Workout clothes, workout shoes, Shakeology, Energize, Hydrate, a power strip possibly if you want that, because if that one, I would say if you have your portable phone charger, you probably don't need a power strip unless you want that for your room. But otherwise, it's something that I have seen people take in the past because people who don't have a portable phone charger and they're going and finding plugs, sometimes it gets very irritating for people who want to charge their phone and they can't find a plug. You might want some ibuprofen and a mini first aid kit because, again, it's, you're going to be doing a lot of walking, and if you're not staying hydrated, you could end up headaches or aches and pains and stuff. A Sharpie if you want to, so you can write your name on your stuff, like your shaker cups and phone chargers. Cooler or a lunch bag of some sort for your car and room, and then you might want to bring some extra water, but they should have plenty of places to fill up water too. Let's see, sunscreen, especially if you're more susceptible to get sunburns. When we do have the super workout, it is super early at 6 a.m. So, chances of you getting sunburned by the time that's over is pretty slim. But bug spray, because it is, the bayou, so you might see bugs that you're not used to seeing. Raincoat or some sort of an umbrella because it could rain about any time. And again, like dry shampoo and body wipes if you want to take a little quickie bath in the restrooms. All right, I got one more little section here, and then I'm going to throw it over to Dee. So some other things that you might want to know. There may be a Team Fit Revolution party. I haven't heard confirmation that they're working on one. I haven't heard back from Angie when I sent her a message to see if they are planning one. So if and when I do find out about that, I will let everybody know. But it's usually before celebration when they have it. Sometimes they have one, sometimes they don't. I would anticipate that they would probably have one, but again, I don't know. Taryn will want to get together with everyone as well. Usually that's like before lunch or during lunch on one of the days. I want you to, if you haven't downloaded the Coach Summit app for your phone, do that. And if you haven't joined the Coach Summit 2017 Facebook group, join that. We will have t-shirts for you to order by tomorrow, hopefully. So everybody, if you can, go into Summit, I would like for everybody to get a t-shirt to wear. We're going to do black t-shirts. We have our logo and stuff on it. And so I think it would be kind of cool. Anyway, all right. Again, bring your own mat or a towel if you want that for the super workout. Sack lunches. We'll do that on our lunch break. We won't be getting much sleep, so get mentally prepared for that. So, but I said, however, we can be back at the house hotel early enough a lot of the time where you can still get a fairly decent night's sleep, even though we'll be getting up early. So if you choose to go out, drink, stay up late, you'll be feeling it terribly by the end of Summit. And I don't drink, but when we were in Vegas, I did stay up late a couple times, and I was like not happy with myself that I did that. So don't overpack so you have room in your suitcase if you're buying anything at the core. Plan on a lot of walking. And a final thought here, this is Beachbody's first time at this location. Crazy things happen at Summit sometimes. Things go awry. Not everything will necessarily go as perfectly as we all think it should go. It might affect us personally, or it might just be, just the way it is. So just stay calm, don't stress out about it, and just enjoy the experience. Okay, that's all I got. Questions, comments? No? All right, and if you guys think of anything in the meantime, of course, just let us know and we can answer it. So, Dave, do you got anything you want to add?
No, I'm just really enjoying myself watching Denise fiddle with that camera over there. It's hysterical.
Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me?
We hear you great,
Yes.
babe. Fantastic.
Because I can't hear Rebecca, and I was trying to figure out my volume situation. So you hear me fine?
Yep.
Perfect. Okay.
Rock on with your bad self. Let's go.
Thank you, Rebecca. That was very good. You're like, I'm like here nodding, like, yep, yep. Those are all the things that we need to focus on for Summit, and that's good that you're gonna create a PDF for us, so we have like a little checklist, because I need a checklist. I forget everything. I'll forget my head if it wasn't attached.
I do that too with when I'm even just leaving to go out of town. And I'm like, oh wait, I want this. Oh, and then I always like forget something.
Same. All right, so I'm going to explain to you guys in a nutshell, really briefly, the importance of staying active if you're building this business, okay? So I have a little bit of comp plan information and a little bit of volume information and why it's important to stay active, okay? When we first enroll as coaches, we are blue in the back office. We're blue. We're just itty bitty babies and we're coaches, right? Some of us may just want to enjoy the discount, and that's perfectly fine. There is a place for a discount coach, there's a place for a hobby coach, and there's a place for a team builder. We all matter in this business. But if you want to grow potential residual income, then it's very important to stay active and not to ever go inactive, because it can be a catastrophe. And I'm gonna do my best to explain why, okay guys? So, comp plan and volume, okay? So there's two ways that we earn an income with Team Beachbody. The first way is by retail sales, okay? We earn a commission from 25% to 40% depending on what we sell, okay? So that's number one. We earn a commission of 25% to 40% depending on what we sell. That's one way to make money. Another way to make money is by teaching people how to do number one, okay? And if we teach people how to do number one and they're productive, then we earn a bonus based on their productivity. That's it, two ways to earn money in this business. And you want to memorize that. As a matter of fact, you want to write that down, because when you're explaining to people how they can potentially earn money in this business, you don't want to complicate it. There's a lot of ways to make money. but you don't want to complicate it when you're explaining it to people because you're going to lose them. Okay. And then, you know, you don't want them to go into the realm of, oh my God, like this sounds too complicated. I can't do that. It really is not complicated. Okay. So number one, we earn retail commission, 25 to 40%, depending on what we sell, or we teach people how to do number one, right? And if that person is productive, then we earn a bonus based on their productivity. Okay, so 2 ways to earn money, and that's comp plan in a nutshell. All right, so moving on, right? Okay, I'm gonna hold this little thing right here because I have to keep my notes in order. So this is you right here. Can you guys see that? I may have to use a color marker. I'm gonna use my blue. My blue is better.
Hey guys, just if you're on the computer, what you want to do is on top, you can change it to the speaker view. This way, Denise's screen is big on your screen, and you don't have the gallery view of everybody's face. This way, her screen is bigger, so you can get a better view of what she's doing.
Thanks, Dave. Correct. So you guys are good? Can you guys see this? So that's you. This is your personally sponsored coach on your left. Is this the left for everybody?
Yes.
Okay, so this is your personally sponsored coach on your left. Then here's your personally sponsored coach on your right. Boom, you're emerald. You turned green. This is supposed to be green, by the way. Use your imagination. It looks teal. So, okay, now, depending on where you've been placed, we have a right leg and a left leg. So depending on where your personally sponsored coach placed you, that is going to be your strong leg, okay? And then you're gonna see, if you ever look at your graphical genealogy in your back office, you're gonna see a whole bunch of coaches dropped underneath you. And that's your personally sponsored coach or your team who's enrolling coaches. And they're underneath you. And they don't have those letters, that PS on top of them, because they're not your coaches. They're other people coaches, but that's the team that's building underneath you. So let's say that you are on the right leg. This is right? Left? So let's say your strong leg is the left leg, right? And then there's more coaches here, right? And then boom, you finally enroll someone else. So this coach is not yours, this coach is not yours, but this one is yours. But guess what happens? As these coaches start to earn income in retail sales, or they start to build their own team of coaches, you create volume. So this volume is going to grow, okay? This volume is going to grow, and it can go really high. Like right now, my volume on my right leg is almost at 60,000, right? Because that's my strong leg. That's where Rebecca placed me, and that's where everyone else is dropping. And this side is rocking and rolling, right? Okay, but then what's going on here? Not much, because this is my weak leg. So over here, the potential for income is exponential, and my kids are right here. Why are you guys here?
We're just getting water.
Oh, okay. There's no water here in this room. Get your water and then go to bed. It's hot, and they think they're on summer vacation. All right. So what happens now? You have to build this leg. You have to build this leg because there is 20,000.
Write it up top, D.
I'm sorry, you guys can't see that?
Just write it higher so you can have more room.
Maybe I move back.
No, that's fine. No, that's fine. Just write the number higher.
All right, so there's 20,000. There's 20,000 volume points right here, okay? But then there's only 200 volume points over here. So the way the computer works, the way the system works is it's going to create cycle bonuses, and then you'll cycle every time we take 200 from the strong leg and 100 from the weak leg. So if you're an Emerald coach, you're cycling already, okay? Because you're already building a team. So what's gonna happen is we're gonna take 200 from here and 100 from here. That's one cycle at $14. Then we're gonna go, oh, there's more. There's more here. All right, so we'll take another 200 from here and another 100 from here, and you cycled again at $14, right? So you get $28 in team cycle bonus, okay? Now check this out. When you reach Ruby and you turn red, I don't know where my red marker is, but when you are Ruby and you reach that rank, then you're cycling at $16. So when you're cycling at $16, it's gonna happen again, but then now it's 16 and 16, right? When you turn diamond, you'll cycle at $18, right? And then as you start to grow this leg, and these coaches grow their leg, you have a stronger chance of cycling multiple amount of times. But what happens when you go inactive? Do you guys know how to go inactive? You don't have a PV. So you cancel your Shakeology, you skip a month, you don't order anything to replace that 90 PV. Guess what happens? Poof, gone, gone. You just threw away all that volume. It goes in the garbage can. It's gone, it's gone. So that's money that you're throwing away because you didn't want to spend the $92, $97 on your Shakeology.
Just also speak about the fact that as a coach is 50 volume points, right? To remain active as an Emerald coach.
I'm sorry. There's something wrong with my phone. Like I can't hear you guys.
Okay, the volume to remain active as an Emerald coach is 50 volume points, correct?
Correct. All right.
Okay.
So regular coach, if you're just blue and you're not working the business, then it's not important to stay active. You can fall in and out of your active. But also, if you do stay active for, let's say, 5 years, you're still banking all that volume. As soon as you drop your active level,
Status,
you're throwing away all that volume.
Can I tell my story?
I know your story. All right, so then check this out, guys. When you're Emerald, you need 50 PV. When you are Ruby, you need 75 PV. And then when you're Diamond and above, you need 90 PV. Your PV comes from your purchases and your sales, your retail sales. So your volume can grow on top of your 90 PV depending on what you sell. Whatever your team does contributes into your team volume. And that's where all of this, remember that 20,000 volume points was? That's the productivity of the team, right? So right now, you're growing both legs. They're doing good. You don't have to do much here because the coaches on top of you are dropping coaches on you, under you like crazy. So you work here. You work on the weak leg, the one that no one's helping you grow, because you want to grow this volume to this so that you can cycle a multiple amount of times, okay? So what's going to end up happening is that your retail sales will be half of what your team cycle bonuses are, okay? Because the team is growing and they're doing so much work so that when you go to the beach and you're enjoying tequila, listening to Margaritaville, you're still making money. You're still making money because you stayed active all this time and you're banking all of this money, okay? I don't want to go into too much. This can get really intricate, and I want you guys to do your homework, please. It's imperative to do your Coach Basics training, your Emerald to Diamond training. All this information is in there. I know it's kind of tough because it could seem bland and boring and vanilla, but it's important. Guys, I promise you, we're doing trainings too. I'm in a Star Diamond training right now, okay? Like, we have trainings for every level in this business, and I always say, if you want to open up a Dunkin' Donuts, you have to learn how to make the donuts, okay, guys? And if you cannot explain this to the team that you're building, then there's something wrong. All right, guys? So if you have any questions, I'm going to turn it over to Rebecca because Rebecca has a good story to piggyback off of this. All right, guys?
Not
Thank
really
you.
good story. So one of the ways that you can go Emerald, if you haven't done it already, is by signing up a spouse or a significant other or somebody else in your life. So my husband was my second coach, and I was building his business a little bit, but not a lot, but I got him to Emerald, and he is on the leg that has Taryn putting coaches in. Anyway, his business had banked about, because those points will, every month, every week that you don't go inactive, they will roll over and over and over, and they will bank and they will continue to grow. So I had roughly 150,000 points banked on one of his legs, and something happened and he went inactive, and like she said, poof, it all went away. And if I figured out approximately how much money that would have been based on a diamond payout, which he was an Emerald, but $13,500 that I know. Yeah. And it has not even built back up to even a fraction of that. So,
Wow.
yeah. So that's why, when we say that now, I think since then they have changed things just a little bit, where they will show you in the back office that you're red, or, we as your coaches above you can see who says they're inactive. And I think they're giving you a little cushion now, but at that time they didn't even give you a little cushion. So, so it's like, yeah, that was one of those moments. I'm just like, oh my God, I can't believe what I just did. I don't even remember. I mean, I didn't cancel anything. I can't remember if it, the card number changed, like expired or whatever. I can't remember what the deal was, because I was pretty on it, but one little mistake and it went gone. So, but if you have customers or whoever, and just yourself ordering stuff, then you won't go inactive. But it is imperative to check that, unless you want to have one of those moments where that's one of my, like Dave had a story last week about a customer or a potential customer he forgot to follow up and learn from his mistakes. That's one of them, learn from my mistakes. So, all right, that's my story.
Mm-hmm. All right, so I just want to say one last thing before we close out here. Thanks, Steve, for sharing that information. I know it was very involved, and maybe some of you guys were a little confused. Maybe you might not have gotten it, but rest assured that if you go into your back office, okay, and you look at the video library, there is a video that Michael Neiman talks about how to do the cycle bonuses, how they work, how we get paid the commissions, and how. As a matter of fact, you know what? Maybe I'll just share my screen right now and show you what I'm talking about.
Okay. Well, you're pulling that up. I know that one's more humorous, but if you're the personality type, you need to be way more analytical. I think Blake's got one out there also that we can find and share that too, but it's more, like I said, more analytical. And
so just want to share where to get it. Okay, so let me just. Hang on a second. All right, cool. So if you see my screen here, basically this was in the sales and marketing tab. Go to business tools. Okay, business tools. Scroll all the way down to the bottom. See where it says videos. Video library. Click here. Okay. Every single video that was made, you can research it here. Could be in training.
right, Coach, or Emerald.
Right here. How to earn commissions and bonuses. Okay, so everything you need to know will be explained in here. There's also another video on how to rank advance. I mean, I know it's a little silly, but so I won't play the whole video. You guys can go ahead and do that at your own leisure. This call's been, going on almost an hour now, so I don't want to keep you guys here all night. But, like we said in the beginning, if we said it before, if you want to be paid like an expert, then you have to become an expert. You have to learn this stuff. And this doesn't mean that you have to explain this to your prospects. That's a very important point I need to get out. Also, everything that Denise went through, don't feel like you have to sit down and explain that same thing to your prospects because they'll get lost. Share the tools. That's what we have these videos. It's about asking if people are open. If they're open, they want to know more, share a tool, share a video. Let that third party speak for you, and you just sit back and watch and let them learn it that way. Less for you to have to do. This is just so you can understand why it's so important to remain as an active coach and not lose your active status, okay? At least 50 volume points every single month. If you're Ruby, 75, and if you're a Diamond, 100, okay? That's it. You got to maintain that. Otherwise, you don't want to lose all that volume and potential money at the end of the month. All right, guys? So without further ado, if you want to learn more, go to the back office, watch those videos. They're there for you to learn, guys. They're there for you to, get better and learn. All right? So any questions, comments, or concerns before we close this out? Ready, good to go? All right. So National Wake Up Call tomorrow is the great Julie Voris. Denise, Tammy, and I had an experience in Philadelphia to watch her speak live, and she was fantastic. She was phenomenal. I think she was one of the best ones that spoke up on there. I mean, they're all great, but she was really, really good. So look forward to that tomorrow. National Wake Up Call. Listen to what Julie has to say. She's really good. Takes no talent at all. That's her thing. All right. So without that, have a good night, guys. Have a great week, and we'll talk to you soon.